But yes, hello and welcome. I'm back with some more Ace Attorney. We should be finishing this. It's day 3, is it not? This is the last leg of the race. There can't be anything else. Impossible. Objection. Continue. I am having fun. I will say I'm having fun with this game, but it's just like I want to do new stuff. It's gotta be coming up close. February 24th. Oh my God, that was like what, 2 days ago? As a matter of fact, right now, yes, it was 2 days ago. Oh, I should have played this on Saturday. That would have been fun. Technically, I did. Oh my God, I did because I had the little Mario Kart collab with Nova, and I didn't boot up Mario Kart right away. I still had this open. I did my duties. I did my due diligence.
The current American people are trying to miss honest guy.
Emma didn't come back.
Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime.
Let's hear that music. Come on.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
God, I love this guy's music. It's so sad that he may or may not be the murderer.
Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man same as you, wandering the trials of civilization.
Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it.
God damn, Edgeworth. Why you gotta be an asshole?
All right, now you're a patrolman. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out.
God damn.
To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor.
Howling wind? I've never heard Edgeworth describe. I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before. God damn. Wait, no, he was describing his own name. Is that a screw up in the game? Anywho. I mean, in a game where it's just nothing but text, you know, you can see a screw up every now and again.
Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct?
According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up.
So no, he wasn't there.
Maybe it's best to get on with this quickly. Please share us with your testimony in the day of the crime. In plain old English.
Well, technically this is old English. It's very old. Day of the crime.
My job was to keep a weary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was a street side saloon at the time I went.
You were drinking on the job?
I'm just an innocent, traveling man. So if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail.
I think it was good old Marshall here that was dressed up as Goodman. What do you mean, wow, Mario Kart? There's Ace Attorney. What are you talking about, Nova? I actually made reference to that earlier this stream. But yes, hello and welcome. How you doing this fine evening? All right.
I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. And I can't say I care for your beard. But you don't see me complaining.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems?
I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those.
Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks on the evidence lockers?
fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickey are those?
He's playing stupid. He's playing stupid. He's not being very helpful.
He's not good with machines or with following orders.
Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Rat, he's all yours.
All right. Hold it right there. Oh, yeah? Keeping an eye. How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room?
I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings.
You interred them?
Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I would erase the tape.
Jeez.
If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours.
Each time I'd erase the tape, it felt like I was erasing part of my life.
God damn. This guy has a flair for the dramatic. But it isn't going to do him any good. No, it's not. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. Huh. 3 times a day. What do you mean rounds? Shouldn't you just be there? But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right?
Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
No desperado I know lets rules get in his way.
You're a cop. No desperados I know join the police force. Exactly.
Sir Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime. Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day.
Oh, really? Oh, really? I have something to say otherwise.
There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks.
How does this guy avoid being fired?
Besides the room... Oh.
How do you know? You used to be a detective, so you're used to the evidence room in the past, correct?
Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence.
And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism?
Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works.
You know what? You know something funny? Even modern science doesn't, know how a bicycle works. It's still up in the air of well, obviously, propel in motion and whatnot. But then you have a bunch of other people being like, it actually works like this, see? It's still under debate how a bicycle works. And I find that hilarious. To this day. That's quite, incredible.
The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence.
Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too.
At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place?
Yes, you're at a bar. What a cop. What were you doing in a place like that?
I was eating spaghetti.
A spaghetti western.
Not even Angel Steak lunches can beat that bar's Mongol Sapir pasta. Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles?
I mean, hey, it's spaghetti. You can't blame them. I love me a good plate of spaghetti.
Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope this is the last... I hope this has at least taught you a lesson.
That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, did you not want a raise this year? What? Edgeworth is working with the cops or something? Hold it right there. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall.
That's right, partner. Or as you call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that.
Really? Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I best keep my cool. Before I use it, though, I better up the ante. What? Huh? Alright, so you better up the ante before you whip out... Okay, so I can't use this just quite yet. But I don't see how anything else really correlates. If I'm being totally honest here. You know what? Let's throw caution to the wind. Let's use my trump card. But that ain't my style. Protected by 2 security cameras. A street side saloon. Wait. Shit. Okay. If you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, Marshal? What about this? Objection, sir. Officer Marshal, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? Oh. All right. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. 16. Why? Why you gotta do this? There's no reason for this, no.
And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner.
It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint.
Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects. That is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there.
Objection again, good sir. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. I kind of voice crack a little bit there. Your fingerprints were covered in blood.
Witness, what is the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints read the crime scene.
The blood was wiped away. However, a luminal test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshal? Yeah, what do you got to say about that?
It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders.
What?
I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshal.
God forbid someone have blood on their hands. Ah, that's true. How? I mean, that was me just the other day, and that's fair. That's fair.
About the blood-stained fingerprints.
Very well. You may begin your testimony about your fingerprints. Found at the scene of the crime.
Well, come on, let's hear it.
Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood-stained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance.
Huh?
The blood stain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it.
But how do you know that the murderer was wearing gloves? How do we know? How does anybody know?
Oh, there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. That's my chance to prove it. How do you know he was wearing gloves? Alright! Hold it right there. That's because, how did you put it, pay your respects once a month?
Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams.
I see.
It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker.
Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from the locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Ha! Well, there is something poking out of that locker. Could it be the other glove? How fast do you think this case would be solved IRL? Well, it depends on the... I'm losing my voice. Unironically. Too much talking in such a short period of time. Hi, Neko. Twitch is suggesting you to take drugs to make exercise better. What? Was it that stupid Ozempic shit? Don't do it. Don't do it. No. The way to make exercise better is to just exercise. Just do it. Ads. Yeah, I know it's ads, but I mean like the type of ads. Drugs are cool. Nuh-uh, Nova. Only take them when you need them. Or if you want to see the Hat Man. Hold it right there. So then, what about the bloody handprint?
Wasn't mine, it's no mystery. Please explain. My locker's covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened.
How do you know? How do you know? Give me full proof right here. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. But a chance nonetheless. Let me guess. He's gonna...
On the contrary, you could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1.
God damn, I knew it.
Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward for me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why?
Because you wear gloves. How do you know it's unrelated?
They're as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal.
Only someone reading this would understand that.
One's got to do with breakfast while the other's a type of murder.
Well, not a type of murder. The cereal, you could be a cereal and then blank. It's a repeat offending and then whatever's after the word cereal.
He's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different.
God damn it. I don't see what homonyms... Homonyms. Homonyms. Yes. You really needed to take that fat Pokemon bomber 4 weeks ago then? Fat Pokemon bomb. God damn. It better be like a Snorlax at the bottom, you know, your hand is cupped around a Snorlax. That'd be hilarious. Wait, no, 6 weeks ago. See, it's already making your brain all fuzzy. Wait, are you a Snorlax? No. Or it's in the shape of a Pokeflute. That'd be hilarious. Hello, suspended Twitch TTV. How are you doing this fine morning, evening, or night? Depending on time zone. Welcome. Hello, indeed. Hello, totally not suspended Twitch. Yeah, I hope it's okay. I hope your account will come back to you suspended Twitch. How do you know the victim was wearing gloves? Yeah, how do you know that?
I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports.
There was a blood stain. Oh, there was a blood stain at the scene, though to be left by the murderer.
That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint.
Ah, shit, that's true. Damn it. Oh, yeah, I think we tried that too.
So that would mean the murderer was wearing gloves, having to place their hand on top of Marcia's fingerprint. That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner?
The picture?
This seal of blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards.
Well, 1 minute. Let me see here.
There's only one reality, and it's this.
God damn it. The security tape.
So long as my trial isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully we're going to use this cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
All right. Court record. 1 minute. Let me look at this. So the pinky is on the right side. So this is a right hand. And can I look at the... do I not have a handprint on the other locker? I just want to know if, like, because we only have one glove, maybe one hand was gloved, the other hand was not. That's what I'm assuming. Good day. It's afternoon, yes. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. Oh, thank you for the follow, Suspended Twitch. You have become cat. Maybe he had 2 gloves. Maybe 4. Another VHS. Come on. No, it's the same. It's the same VHS, Neko. Hi, boss. I just learned that National Ninja Day is a real thing. Is it? I gotta look that up. It's national, after all. National Ninja Day. December 5th. My goodness. All right, get your calendars open. Maybe 1,700 gloves. The dude's just got a whole bunch. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're too kind. Thank you. Weed at your friend's house is so funny because it's always the most lovely blend of rose petals and the other cutesy girlish herbs, and then goes into a vase of stinking summons blood into our eyes. God damn, that's poetic. Gloveception is real. You're just wearing a bunch of gloves, kind of like the chocolate episode from SpongeBob, where he's like open up a bag in a bag trying to get to the chocolate bar. Oh god, I'm gonna sneeze. Woo. Excuse me. You applauded for the Ninja Day. Hell yeah, let's go. And how are you doing, Cayman Rider? How you doing this fine morning, evening, or night, depending on time zone? Welcome back. Bless you. Thank you. Oh, I can very faintly feel another one. I need some water. I need to drink some water. All right. Back to the Attorney of Aces.
Too bad there wasn't me in that video, rap partner.
Oh, yeah? I totally think it was you. What do you mean by that?
You want to tie me into this crime, isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have.
I object. But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots?
Places you can't see. God damn it. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone's familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without ever being caught on tape.
We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now.
I will show. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall.
Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake. Ah, shit.
Now then, let's have another look.
Oh, god damn it.
Now is this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall.
Oh! Oh! 1 minute. Let me just rewind. Alright, wait. Look, okay. This is his locker. And there was a thing missing here. If you remember. There was a thing missing here. Or there was a thing here, but it's not there. I bet when the camera pans over and then pans back, we're gonna see that other glove. We're gonna see it. I'm telling you. You can't find it on your calendar. It's blending in with the other days, or it doesn't exist. In case you can't celebrate it. Oh, no. You can celebrate it with feeling, though, but it's okay. That's why you gotta make your own calendar. That's how I celebrate World Toilet Day. You goddamn right. All right, fast forward. And then we see Goodman, quote-unquote Goodman, come in, open the door. Ha-ha. Ah, jump attack. All right, come on. It's gonna be there. It's gonna be there. Please be there. Please be there. Yes! Yes! Okay. Oh, I did it. Open the door. Huh? Why do you want to open the door, poor man? God damn it. Fabric. I'm good. I'm good at my job. What can I say? Take that. Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall.
The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less?
Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video. That is exactly 8 words. There we go.
Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner.
The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. I'm so proud of myself. I was able to do that. Why? Poor Marshall. It's a bad joke, I know. Please save your knife. Huh? You have ninja eyes. That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Yeah, come on. Hi, Meekins. I hope you're doing okay, Meekins. He's fine. He's just taking a little nap. Ta-da!
Oh, the white cloth is good. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your own locker when the camera was turned away. Wouldn't it be on the logbook, though?
Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man.
Oh, yeah?
So what if my locker was open? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does, sir.
The murderer needed to hide something, so we opened a locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine.
Marshall, do not forget the whole point of these lockers. Oh, by the way, Nyanja cats are colorblind. Colorblind people can't be ninjas. I'm not colorblind. The word judge is white on a blue diamond thing, and then the judge is wearing a gray, whatever you would call that, and behind them is gold. I'm not colorblind. I ain't. Don't do this to me.
Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man?
That's because you kind of are.
This guy isn't just playing dumb.
He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker.
Oh yeah, I call your bluff. You say open that locker. Now prove it.
Okay. I guess. Take that.
A fingerprint sensor?
We've been through this. We talked about this earlier today. You shit. The diamond is green. It's blue. Don't you even. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to.
What kind of crazy talk is this?
Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this.
In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There's just some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? Yeah, buddy, you eat your beef jerky.
I only got one word for you, partner. No! Order, order, order. Witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard.
I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. He was okay. What I'm thinking is that him and the whole group of other people, they were trying to solve a crime, but that it didn't go well, and now they're trying to re-solve it on their own time. I don't think Marshall went in there with bad intent. I think he went in there to grab the evidence before it got thrown out, so that he could look at the crime another day. But then, shit went down. I'm assuming. It is Blue can confirm. Thank you, Cayman Rider. You can't tell a good lie these days with the with the supportive and trustworthy chat. That's right, Nova. Get out of here. Well, actually, no, stay. Eating, yes. Cayman, what? Common Rider. I'm sorry, my accent kind of got in the way. I apologize. Okay. It's like Pikmin, but with a K. All right, Marshall. That is some tough beef jerky. Let me tell you. That ain't an accent. That's a bastardization. I'm doing my best up here.
Ole! Please answer the question.
What is he now, a bullfighter? I mean, he could have been. That's all right, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure out the rest. I believe we can figure the rest out from here.
We can?
Have a look at these floor plans. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall.
If that's so, then where was the witness?
It seems Mr. Wright has an answer.
You're goddamn right I do. He was dressed up as Goodman. That's right. The only possible conclusion.
Well, then let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime?
Wait. K. Okay, so killer victim. What a killer victim. Well, it was right here. Officer Marshall was standing right here.
There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was.
He was dressed up as him. Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Does Marshall wear earrings? I believe the victim in the video was Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up like Detective Goodman. Don't object me.
But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure.
May I point out that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman? He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond? He suddenly pulled a knife on me. Something about the officer's story puzzles me. If the man had his ID card, why wouldn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture's on this ID card.
No, I get it.
If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? Yeah! Let's see those ears of yours. Do you got any nice big earrings?
You got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence.
Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it.
You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective, unless you've heard of evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't.
You've already said this.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall was dressed up as the victim?
I'm gonna say the earrings. Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that.
I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat.
Let me see those ears. Give me them ears! This can't be happening. It's obvious he's the one. What can I do?
Show me your earrings!
Edgeworth? Huh? Save, please save. What about a save redeemed? Any 7 or all the numbers? Yeah, that's right. There is the one card where it's just nothing but 7s.
It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics.
The basics? Edgeworth is coaching me? For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. It's the earrings! I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise.
Why do you think this locker was open in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance of it might be discovered later, as it has been.
Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason.
The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that. He opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
Now, just what exactly is this piece of cloth?
Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. God damn it! All right, here you go, Neko. Just in case. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot. Show me them earrings! He's wearing earrings! Give it up for Blue Badge of 15! Yeah! Thank you for the cookie.
After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open this locker.
Good question. I don't know. Why? Why would he? Unless there was a white cloth. Oh, to wipe up the blood. Because he was covered in blood. That's what I'm going to assume. He was covered in blood. So he had to wipe himself off. And that's why the handprint was gone. Okay. I'm going to say blood. I'm gonna say blood. Yeah. It's he had to wipe up the blood. He had to wipe up the blood. Yeah. The blood needed a wiping. For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room that I don't know to what end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked. You know, you gotta give Meekins some credit here. And then the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood.
A bloody white coat.
You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid the coat in your locker.
Not bad, partner. Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now wouldn't we?
Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. I'm beginning to think that Detective Goodman was the bad guy. Like, because here's the thing. I've been like mulling this over like every now and again as to like everyone was on this case. This case was really bad, blah, blah, blah. They caught the guy, quote unquote, and then had him, executed. But then everyone lost their job except Goodman. That is suspicious. But he was a good man. I don't care. I think he was a bad guy. And that's why, it's like, oh, Lana stabbed him. Lana did actually kill him. And that's why she's like confessing to it. She's like, yeah, I did it. I don't care if I go to jail. I killed a murderer. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. I don't know how right I am or how egregiously wrong. I don't know. I've just been mulling it over.
It seems the time has come.
Well, let's hear it, buddy.
I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. Ha 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 ha! Ho 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 ho! So the supposed victim was really you.
But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor in the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be?
Well, I mean, Meekins kind of got, stabbed in the hand a little bit.
Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor.
It was way too much blood for such a small donation. Oh, right. There's also that smashed jar. Where'd that come from? Yeah, you couldn't let the case die. When you say it, you mean
Do you even have to ask, partner?
the SL9 incident.
2 years had passed since the case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day.
Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over.
But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room?
When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine.
But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it?
That day was my last chance. That's why.
That's why you what? You stole the detective's ID. How'd you do it? Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman?
If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere.
So you did it to fool the security camera.
And the detective's ID card? I stole that the morning of the incident.
So that really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report.
I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot.
Oh, did you now? The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall.
So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight.
What do you mean, partner?
I mean, the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker by yourself.
But he could because the rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. Ah, this is true. Well, I mean, technically, yeah. You knocked him out, did you? You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off?
Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Officer Meekins certainly is a one-in-a-million type person. Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his...
I mean, Meekins did his job. You know what? I can't shit on Meekins. I gotta give him full kudos.
I'll have to think a little more about this raise this year.
Why did Edgeworth get so much influence?
Anyway, he threw himself at me, and I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way, with me knocking him out and everything.
By the way, what happened to your knife?
Oh, you mean this one?
He's still using it to shave his face.
So you knocked Officer Meekins out and managed to escape.
Okay. Hold it right there. So you did your research beforehand.
Those who go in the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference, though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left.
However, you bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins.
If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there.
What was Officer Meekins doing during that time?
What else? He was sleeping like a baby. So, what you're saying is on that day,
There was no murder, huh? But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place.
What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner.
So, you stole the evidence from the locker.
Actually, no, I didn't.
Why not?
When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone.
Ah! Well, except for the gloves.
What? Mr. Edwards, where is that evidence?
It's still missing, Your Honor.
Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. See, it was Goodman! I'm telling you! He's bad! Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing?
Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer.
Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer, this is no small offense.
Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary.
Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution.
Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more.
Well, we're getting another testimony within the testimony. You can't wait for when you, being used to this game, where the mystery is discussed one line at a time in a civil manner, transition to Dang It, where you have to sift through the reasons among 15 teenagers screaming at each other about whether or not a character currently present in the room is dead or alive. Currently in the room? Huh? It's like, no, you're dead. What do you mean? I'm right here. They're stupid. Oh, of course. Kids. They're so silly. Shit. Okay. Actually. Alright, 1 minute. I can look at the files, right? I want to check. I do not want to present. I want to check. Incident number SL-9. Closed. Perpetrator Joe Darkey. Crime. Serial murderer. Sentence. Death. Victims. All right. Edward Jones. Jason Knight. I wonder if these are all like Edith Kirby. Like that might be, because I know Kirby is named after the lawyer that saved Nintendo. Wait, this is the Nintendo game. This is Capcom. Never mind, I take it back. Head prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth. Witness, Lana Skye and Emma Skye. Executive investigators. So Lana Skye is both a witness and an investigator. But she's a prosecutor. Why? She shouldn't be investigating. Head investigator, Bruce Goodman. Jake Marshall, and man, yeah. There's not really a whole lot in here. Okay. Why? Tell me why. But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room.
Joe Darkey was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence.
I remember the Joe Darkey case. It involved serial murders, didn't it?
I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down in that trial. Something no one will talk about.
What happened?
I don't know. That's why I'm trying to find out.
Okay. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. Better take another look at the files? I did look at them. What his real reason is. Phoenix, you're thinking ahead of me. I don't know what you want me to press. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. B. Man, I thought I was going to be done. I thought this stream was going to be it, but I guess not. All right. Can I... I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident.
Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner.
I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. In a list of murder victims. Oh! Oh! I did not see that. Let me just... Neil Marshall. I'm an idiot. I completely... okay. I'm glad that I was able to... All right. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago.
I knew it. I did see two. I did see two cowboys.
He received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? A prosecutor?
You must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award. Now I remember. The prosecutor, Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did.
That's right. He was killed, and the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you?
It's his brother.
He was my brother.
Because I remember in the flashback seeing two cowboys.
He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant and then Deputy Chief of Police.
The then. Okay. Yep. There were two cowboys. No.
The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer.
Oh my.
Joe Darkey.
Okay, maybe he is the bad guy.
My brother fought Darkey was killed. That was the first time Darkey left behind any evidence. That was all we needed.
Aww. Marshall! No! I feel bad for him.
He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least, according to public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Darkey. I knew my brother better than...
Goodman's still on the table. Okay.
No one could have beaten him in a fight.
And that's it. That's your reason for your insane actions.
You see? Because Goodman killed him. And it was a okay, so it was a team. It was a serial murder team. Goodman and this Joe man. I'm telling you.
There's more to my brother's death than what the records say.
God, that hat teleported to the top of his head.
No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me.
There's a lot of, like, death in this and, like, sadness. I mean, it makes sense, but, like, Damn, this game can get deep sometimes, even though this is very surface level, but still.
Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
That was the last day the SL9 case could have been reopened. Not satisfied with the resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence.
Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled.
Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day.
Damn it, Edgeworth. He's gonna be like, see, so Lana could have still been a killer. Fair enough.
The things that happened by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department.
Maybe she did kill Goodman. I don't know. Chance. It's got to be more than just that.
So Rowan was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime. That means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one.
Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime.
God damn it.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
Objection! But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial.
Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today.
But
there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department.
It seems to me this boy got the draw on you, partner.
All of the mysteries at the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Skye. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make it a single word or less.
Objection. No, not arg. You get out of here, Edgeworth.
I rest my case.
Yeah, but I don't.
It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for...
What?
Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department.
God damn it. There's no doubt that what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera tape really was fake, but I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty. God damn. That's some like 5D chess on Edward's part.
Now the time of the verdict has arrived. This court finds that the defendant...
Yeah! Emma! Yeah! Okay.
Your Honor.
There's too many grungly voices. There's too many. I need water. Give me my water. I need my oiter. Shit's getting good. Shit's getting tense. Shit's getting really up there. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll do another hydrate. Thank you, Neko. You should give the judge a cutesy patootsy voice. Am I not? Am I not already? Nova? Who are you to judge the judge in a judgeful manner? How dare you? How dare you? He's doing his best. All right. He's doing his best. I don't know where I'm going with this, so I'm just gonna end it. Like he's saying something. What do you mean? Why do you two voice the characters? I mean, I don't know.
Your Honor. Wait. I gotta get into my grungly voice.
Emma.
The defense has an objection. A scientific objection. Right?
What do you mean, right?
Mr. Ray, are you this girl's guardian?
Your Honor,
Please, Your Honor, I'm asking for a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please. Do you want to make this little girl so sad here at the stand? I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3.
oh, we're gonna be here for longer than that. Let me tell you.
I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SO9 incident referred to the Joe Darkgate killings.
Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky Sisters were in that file.
But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprints had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing, the other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker?
But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured I'd examine it scientifically. I'd be sure to find a clue. So, I ran over there and looked at it again.
So, did you find something?
No.
Thanks, Emma. You really put a crack in this case. Let me tell you. Because Nyanja's my entertainment jester right now. I'm not voice acting without pay. God damn it. Huh?
Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
Uh-huh. Is that all?
Please, don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
And I'm just an attorney.
But, Mr. Wright, those traces of blood were the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
Me? Oh boy.
Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright, with regards to the incident at the police department, does any reason of doubt remain?
It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark.
All right.
Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. If there's a problem, is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use, but still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
Well, how about the fact that it's not on the camera? Are we gonna have to watch that stupid video again? Are you shitting me?
Please answer my question, Mr. Ray. We don't have all day.
Yes, Your Honor. If ever I needed to concentrate, it's now. What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? I object! It's not in the video! This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction.
The only thing that seems clear is you're grasping, Mr. Wright.
You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them?
Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these.
Take a good look at them monograph.
Okay.
Take a look at these floor plans. Something here is missing and it makes me laugh.
I don't know where I'm going with this. Can you cast a healthy spell for my plant right now? I gave him fertilizer and a bigger pot, and if he dies, I will ride around on the ground until my limbs curl inwards like a dying spider. Oh, no. How much would it? $50 per letter. Damn, you're an expensive voice actor. Let me tell you. All right. I beam over good, healthy plant beams. It will flourish into the bestest plant that you've ever had. You're welcome.
Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there?
Yeah, the camera. Yeah, something. Yes, something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of this blood mark.
Let us pray that the defense is simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright.
With all this evidence here, there's got to be something I can use.
The question is, which item can prove something is missing in the floor plans?
Are you really? 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 Are we doing this right now? I set your... No, I'm sorry. Put it out. No, see? That's part of it. I'm forcing you to water it. See? You're welcome. That sounds cheap for Nyanja. No, what do you mean? The blue badger.
What about that piece of plywood?
The blue badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please look at the floor plans at the crime scene. The blue badger is not here.
So
watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. He was right in front of the locker then. Well,
what?
Aha! That's right. So long as the blue badger's dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker. You goddamn right. All right, so this makes sense. This makes sense because we're talking about how there was just a metric shitload of blood on the ground. And there's a broken pot that we haven't gotten to. So the bloody handprint on the blue badger. So Jake's handprint must have been first, and then the one on Gumshoe's locker must have been second.
What?
It's a succulent. It only needs water every 2 weeks. It caught on fire because it needed water right that instant. Indeed.
So that means, just exactly what does this mean?
It means it can't be done.
What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker.
Don't look at me. I didn't put it there.
Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically.
Emma.
On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the blue badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker.
So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in?
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom.
It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice.
But how?
One time was captured on this tape taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is, the other time was a straight-up murder. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. What is this game? What is this game? He was killed there. Then he wasn't. Then he was. And then he wasn't. Hey, look. It was a guy in disguise. It couldn't have been him. But you know what? Now it is. This goddamn game. Liar, liar, plants for hire, and you can hire any one of them. See, it's my business. I set a plant on fire, which forces somebody to hire another one. It's called making money. I'm placing a curse on you, but I'm not telling you what it does. Aw, no. It's Phoenix Wright and you're him. Oh, this game. Don't object me.
That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim.
The murder was portrayed in the security tape has proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker.
So then, assuming this murder, you purport... What?
You purport? Words.
So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you to show evidence that proves when it occurred.
When did the first incident occur?
To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room.
That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this.
Very well, then tell us, when did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be presented.
Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that.
Now then, will the defense please present this evidence?
I'm gonna assume it's this. Can I check it? Let me see. So we have Edgeworth, Meekins, Bruce, and Meekins again. How could it have happened? Well, who's all the sevens? Who's all the sevens? In the courtroom right now, working it, and what? Let's just say my Phoenix. God damn it, Nova. I'm assuming it's all the sevens, Neko. It has to be. If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required.
An ID? Oh, the ID card record.
Who's all the sevens? Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before that time, then that would be Edgeworth, you got something to say? Bucko? Even though I don't think it's him. Miles Edgeworth.
Yes, what have you got?
I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it.
I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the luminal test blood that was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood.
Because it was mopped up. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer.
I would have just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible.
That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room.
Let's take a look at the chart again. There's only one other card remaining. 777777. 7 to 7. How many numbers is that? Is that 7? It is. 7 sevens.
Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room?
Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 777777. Was that enough sevens?
Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 77777777.
That's 1-7 too many, Your Honor. You counted? Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card.
Watch it be Gant. It's gonna be Gant, isn't it?
At least at present.
What?
Explain yourself, son.
The ID number 777777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher.
It is Gant. Oh my god.
Someone who is a so-called executive officer.
Don't be Lana. Don't be Lana.
We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
Why not? But that's just ridiculous. How?
I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There is one situation in which can be granted such authority.
An official charge filed against the executive is accepted.
An official charge?
You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates.
I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate if you would keep your slander to yourself.
Oh, excuse me. I had a surprise burp there.
Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask a question.
Yes.
No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there.
Ugh!
Your own little executive.
Lana?
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course, we've looked up her ID number, and it's not 77777777.
Don't play me for a fool, partner.
That's not what I wanted to ask.
All I wanted to know is one thing about that incident. The S09 incident. Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In the trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence?
Oh.
Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor?
I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth.
2 years ago, I was in charge of prosecution for that trial. At the time,
Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did.
Lana.
I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant, just what are you saying?
How many stands are up here?
I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did?
Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
Why won't you answer him?
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
But, Lana,
Even if it involved forging... Lana, what the shit? Well.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
no.
Order.
Lana's remarks caused such a stir, the cows... Oh, shit. Would have to wait until the following day. God damn it. To be continued. Get out of here with this. Just when I thought we were almost done, but no. Not this case, trying to say Edgeworth never forged when he absolutely did. I know. Believe me. Well, I mean, like, did he though? Because I'm just trying to think of like the first case that we had with him. It's not that he forged evidence. It's more so that he left evidence behind and then submitted it later And also, like, there was like an autopsy report that I had, but then he had like a newer one waiting to go, like, right that instant kind of a thing. So he didn't forge it. He's just like withholding it. I don't know. He was known for doing it before the game. Yeah, but again, that's just more of a rumor, you know? Something stinks in here? Yeah, I know. There's a little alien running about. I try to tell her, but I mean, hey. Hi, Gomi. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. And he was overall sketchy. Yeah, but he's our bro now. He's our bro now, even though we still kind of hate him. Hola. All right. Save your progress. You goddamn right I am. Arise from the ashes. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. How are you? How is everybody? All right. I'm so tired. From last night's stream. And then this, like, I am surprised I am awake at the moment, if I'm being totally honest. Oh. All right. But you know what it's time for? It is time for me to start my day. I appreciate you all for being here. It's been hella fun, hella awesome. And I will see you all in the next bye. The latest skaters. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is it because I'm here? Is it? No, go me. No, I have to go to work. Just when your mod joined. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, it's not. God damn it. But thank you for being here. I don't hate you guys. Don't do this to me. I gotta make money so I can survive the next month. That's how this works. For real though, why do we stay? Good question, Gomi. Why do you guys stick around? Let's all block them. Well, I mean, you don't have to go that far. But yes, thank you all for being here. And I will see you all in the next. So bye-bye. Later, skaters. No. But